has to be that second half that we have to look for both teams, or especially for RRQ here.
Simple as that.
All right, well, fairly clean there. RRQ moving forward, they hold on to a line share of the weaponry here for themselves. And final pick on the texture, really enabling them to safely get out of the site. Because prior to that, they didn't know where Charon was going to be, so making the exit was going to be tough. But as soon as they get rid of that jet, everybody else able to get out scot-free.
Now, with both of the teams having somewhat, stronger weapons, are we going to see Flipsider's Yoru pick really come into full swing? Oh, just, okay. Secure all the trips, or excuse me, the ult charges.
Just grab what he can, try to get that mask ready to go. Straight a bit further behind, obviously, though. So won't be able to really couple it in with the Hunter's Fury. Couple shots coming in, and oh, his head right outside the Poison Orb. Karen able to take it off. Gen.G take it down. Flips still here. Flash to the wall, catches one up close, and the Guardian's just not able to stabilize that aim fast enough. Out of the corner, Texture taken low, 35 HP remaining for him. As Estrella also with a nice adjustment will be able to find Lakia over at stairs.
Still isn't the worst route for RRQ. They can't come back into, or they can't just find a bit of that rotation, as they do still have all of their players except for the duelists. Look at the lurk coming in from Estrella here. Left to make something happen on halls. Well, they hit that B site. It might be a good idea because if you look at the traps on B, he's not actually at the entryway. The only thing that can't screw them over is if they start going into the site, but it seems like because Meteor is far away, he might not be able to capitalize with this, but he is running back to maybe make something happen with it.
Sparrow's gotten himself back into the site, and Meteor will be able to take out Elmi more. Time dwindling, and they need to get that spike planted here. There's the backstab. Estrella gonna play this one out quietly, but Texture, oh, he's so wise to it. Managing to find the kill. Spike planted, but Sparrow now all on his lonesome. Texture pushing forward, swings in, and somehow, some way, has been 35 HP since 30 seconds into the round, and he'll be the one to defuse the spike.
Yeah, just give him the reward already. That's going to be the jet blades available for Texture here. You're absolutely right.
The blades are available, so Texture still very much deadly.
I'll handle
as the mask going to be coming in. Not much to combo it with, but just wants to try to identify player locations. Sees one, sprinting forward, pings it down. Yeah, he's got a good idea. It's going to be within that cyber cage. Popping out, Judge in hand. Meteor able to take one down before falling, but now Flipsider continues to open things up. Man advantage here for the set of RRQ as the spike gets planted.
Look at how far Estrella is just back at base. Does he have some kind of super light up that we don't know? As well as, just holding the flank altogether.
I mean, we do have some pretty deep bite lineups. Maybe you could try to replicate those with a shock dart, but the trajectory on them have to be pretty damn precise. Yeah. Either way, it looks like he's just wary about a very deep flank coming through all the way from that beach side. They're both turned away from. Lakia not able to find much, and given the pit investment, it seems like, yeah, Gen.G making the wise call to just back away from this one, so they will allow for RRQ to close out the round.
I mean, that's the value of the dimensional drift for you, right? You're able to spot out all of the traps here of that Cypher, which is the most important thing, obviously, when you're pushing into a site that he owns.
Feel maybe a bit worse to use compared to something like a Hunter's Fury. Oh boy, the spray into the orb there. Good damage down on the Gen.G. As Elmimore's actually going to be the first one to fall. Taken out, Xpera, however, finding Munchkin, getting that trade back, getting some revenge here for his comrade. And Lakia and Charon both going to be taken down. That forward position inside of A main completely broken down here. With the Estrella getting Texture up on bridge. Leaves just Meteor here to his own devices.
Absolutely.
Spike planted.
So Meteor, all right, forced to save once again. I mean, he has a neural theft. He can fight for something, but I mean, Gen.G, very economical, They're gonna have a hard time buying into that next round without Meteor saving this and then being able to purchase him another weapon. But now that they spot where the camera is, might have an idea that he is hunkered somewhere down here on B. Because you can't see the players of RRQ on the minimap slowly creeping up. A little bit too slow though, but they do have the time to hunt someone down, which they are looking to do so.
We'll just go ahead, wait for that spike to detonate, and see if anybody can come across this Cypher. A little bit of noise, but I don't think that it would have been noticed. Drops down as the recon dart comes through.
Revealing area.
swinging forward, seeing if they can catch anybody out here into the open. It's Texture and Charon for now, just lingering around A main. Swing onto the corner, and Texture playing off the back of Charon's shot finds the kill. Estrella going to be taken down, and that's a huge amount of their info game, as well as some post-plant setup taken away from the side of RRQ.
Portal closed.
Question is, can they continue to push the issue here and have this spiral out of control for RRQ? The answer is going to be yes. Texture able to get Elmy Moore, catching him outside of the cyber cage, swing onto the corner, Karen, putting a Sheriff shot there into the chest of Gen.G, taking him low, but Gen.G managed to answer back. Locky now going to be taken down. The flash sent forward, gets the catch, but Munchkin gets the headshot. Expect that one more kill. Wow. There you have it. Actually put this into a winnable position. 40 HP remaining here for Gen.G, and he's got no idea where Meteor's at. Spike down, the dash used. He'll collect it. But Meteor could be coming from any which way. All they know was that he was situated on B site. Swinging her out the backside of the pyramid. He's about to have him, and he does. Gen.G somehow
generously took for themselves.
Flash in, trying to force it back. Hunter's Fury now coming through, just trying to really flush out Meteor, but he is just staying effectively glued. Flip Shatter into the backside, however, does manage to find Munchkin arriving through tunnel. Meteor now catching Gen.G on the entry, throws down that neural depth, gets the reveal out, but Strayat finally able to take him down, but still damage dealt. 3v3, the Seekers let loose. Lakia making his way up from cannons. Pushing alongside this one. Strayat now needs to try to hold the line. Seekers get cleared, looks like they miss each other. Lakia gets himself into window. Texture situated here, the arches, finds Elmy Moore. Now the man advantage in the hands here of Gen.G.
Fake teleport.
TP bait, try to draw some attention, but Texture not really falling for it. Flipshider just eating this util, staying still, but Estrella puts that operator down on the floor. Tap onto the spike, Flip. There's the clear out, Flip trying to get the angle, wants to make sure that he can get the spray to connect. We'll find the head. Really good movement from Estrella as well in that last round, rotating out from elbow, not wanting to try to challenge over towards window, get the punish there on the lock. It just goes to the flank out in front. Texture, however, now going to be darted up. Does make his way out to safety. Mild amount of damage taken from him. As Munchkin, classic in hand, looking to try to hold the door, and Elmy Moore will just go ahead and lock on. Locky in the meantime is finding Sparrows. It's going to be both Vipers eliminated from the equation here, as Flipshider really wants to try to break open this corner, but it's actually going to be a combined effort as Estrella and Elmy Moore both get involved. Again, finding one, swing onto the corner. Ooh, yep, that's going to be a dink right through the corner there. Bill found, swings out into the chest shot. Gen.G takes him down, and that leaves Meteor on his lonesome to see if there can be any additional damage dealt here to the economy. Taking it slowly, but as he's jumping up over top of the box, I mean, this is just an impossible stack to try and clear. Push on the corner. Shot's just not quite connecting. Gets Estrella in the leg, but now down to 39 HP. It just seems like it's an inevitability here. Meteor just wants to try to keep them involved around the side as much as possible, but eventually can come down. Several knives being expended there from Texture, and that leaves him with nothing but a classic to pop out. Texture will be able to find Flipshider, actually. Knocked down low. Ends up getting finished off, and hey, deja vu. Might not be a Sheriff this time, but same position. Meteor this time killed off considerably faster.
My ult is ready.
Takes up the orb and everything.
Toxins going up.
Fury back online. Elmy Moore, if they can find that opening kill. Try to set things up with the neural depth, and there it is. Flipshider just spamming away, catching Munchkin now. Identifying, locking here backside. The Guardian does come up with one, so Flipshider going to be taken down. Gen.G whittled low. Either of these Sheriffs in the hands here of Gen.G would be able to find the kill, but Elmy Moore jumping up on top of the wall. Does he look down? Texture right here in front of him. He eventually finds it. Neural depth still going to be invested. They know that there's only a couple rounds left, and they want to secure this as the 8th.
Cage triggered.
These guys are gonna push that. I love the pinch coming in from this one, and they didn't lose any control on A. They just had that great lure coming in from Elmy Moore, so might as well just keep the press on A, right? And now look at this. He's gonna have that flank in supposedly mid-good timing, while the rest of RRQ just wait for that contact as Gen.G's already on the site.
See if sightlines on both. The answer is going to be yes, he does. xFaroh will find the last one. Well versed with this operator. Cam for now, Meteor just watching. Probably not fully believing, but now it's that gate crash, spam into the corner, and it does take a little bit of damage. There's the reveal.
Wow.
Pitching forward, Meteor so very patient, eventually finds his prey. GEN.G in the meantime going to be able to find Munchkin. The Hunter's Fury called in from Estrella for a target, but I'm going to be found. So far, just the 1-for-1. GEN.G worked dangerously low on HP. Swing onto the corner, Texture again. Out aiming, out reacting his opponents. Comes up with yet another one. Meteor will find the finish. GEN.G gone. It seems like the second timeout burn here in the first half is going to result in his win streak broken here.
That's what they were just looking for, right? The traps in the back of the site. Especially when Flipside goes in with that gate of his.
Oh, Meteor had spotted him, but he gives away his position. Now Meteor swinging out, finding one, turns back, and he was ready for Karon. That 50-50 that was trying to be set up, not going to be finding much. Texture right over his head. Trying to identify where the plan was at. Second too late, can't find it. xFaroh on his lonesome inside the pit. The bites are available. He doesn't want to try to give himself up. Flash comes in, full blind connecting. Nobody on GEN.G making a peep. Push forward, spots him. The headshot coming down. The first bite going to be let loose. Texture pushing forward. Does he have anything else other than just this operator? Or is he going to try to just barrel stuff him? Second bite let loose. He knows where he's at. The pit now being dropped at the time dwindling.
Toxins going up.
Swing onto the corner. Texture gets the shot, but I don't think he has the time. No, he does not. He's realized it. He'll have to just sprint away.
Clutch.
In what looked like GEN.G around the
Own Viper Pit just to make sure that Texture can't trace where his positioning was outside of that one kill.
Okay, GEN.G on the dash in, did spot Karon, at least for a brief little moment, but Elmore going to be taken out, and Meteor catches Flipsider at the same time. xFaroh able to find Munchkin, pushing his way in towards the double doors there. GEN.G quick react, gets the headshot, Meteor goes down. Jump peek, noting Karon, trying to get him, but his knives just kind of connecting in inside of the pyramid. Now xFaroh going to be taken out, so it's just these two players left here on the site. Vandal as a backup, or GEN.G as the Cosmic Divide comes in. GEN.G, he gets the headshot on the Texture before the wall can come up. Looks for another one, quick dash out. One line though, Estrella was stunned up, ends up falling. Now it all falls to GEN.G to see whether or not he can clutch this. Pushes out, the right click, he gets him, he swings to the corner, but Lakia says no. He denies the clutch, it would have been gorgeous. But in the end, Lakia will be able to get them a third round win.
Could have even waited for the early picks as well as they start coming in.
Quick lob out there. Dart swiftly cleared, but multiple players had shots, so they know that there's forward presence here. Swap out of the weapon, Lakia trying to get it, but actually going to be Karon, who is the savior of GEN.G. Been a bit of a quiet game for him thus far here with this Astra, but as Helmy more, as the smoke dissipates, get the finish.
3K of Karon.
Bite down, xFaroh just offering up an orb in exchange. It's Texture with the Marshal in hand. Always a bit concerning for his opponents when he has it. Lakia just peeking halls for now, not going to be spotting too much of anything. Estrella set up there, waiting to see if anybody is pushing forward in towards that outlaw.
Saw that flip, just went and straight up looked on his
Standing
feet.
ahead.
Straight with a dart and checking to see if anybody has crept close. Meteor, he's crept close out here in mid. Turn on the flash, the drone coming down, gets the tag, goes the back pedal and swing a little bit late there from Flips to try to get the punish. But for now, just keeping GEN.G honest and trying to keep them tracked. As the ping's coming in, Estrella well aware that this forward push could have come through, and that's going to be the spike.
Spike down A.
Gets himself a second, Texture gone. Now swaps over to the reload. And this is dire straits here for the side of GEN.G in the eco. Karon needing to try to recover this one.
Revealing area.
Recon Dart not going to spot Meteor yet there. Will now expire. Spot on the Munchkin.
10 seconds
Flash being
left.
sent out. Tucks away behind them. pillars there. And even at long range, he will be able to win that one out with the Spectre in hand. But
Down B.
the Spike is still stranded. Estrella able to readjust to take out Meteor before he fragging here on this map, especially in the second half. Very forward push from Flipshider though, creeping all the way up through the hall. Meteor in a spot where he could potentially get jumped on. You can see Flip's just trying to tuck away, see if anyone's going to come walking forward and not check that trap door.
His gate crash did expire already, so he has to either reset it up or just push forward. He is getting checked out by Munchkin. Munchkin's about to actually hit that peek on Flipsider.
Doesn't go far enough though. He actually backs away from it. Meantime, Texture, I mean, just absolutely convinced that there's somebody on the opposite side of that wall. He would be right. Looks like for now it's just going to be the steady creep up. Nebula pop as they push their way up here through the double door. GEN.G pops the flash, takes the full blind, has to try to dash back. Lakia able to find the kill. Karen getting himself a second one as Estrella does put that outlaw to use, finding another kill before getting taken out. Flips out.
Oh no.
Wrapping around from the back. The first headshot looks for the second. Meteor does pull off the plant for a brief little moment there. As Elmimore arrives. Suddenly a 1v1. A Guardian recovered. The camp finding the dart, the swing onto the corner. And he just can't quite line it up. Meteor
As well, tried to hold for a fight. Unfortunately, he dropped the Texture and just could not hold the site. There were some great trades from RRQ here, but if only GEN.G could have held a little bit longer, that could have maybe been something for RRQ.
Opening dart there from Estrella, not going to be spotting much of anything. For Gen.G, Cosmic Divide, as well as a Neural Theft, that's what they have to work with here. Looks like after poking and prodding a little bit around mid and around A, bringing the spike over towards the B site, where for the time being it's just Elmimore standing guard. Strong not going to see anything at all over in the hall.
Scanning ahead.
This is still fairly split here from Gen.G. You still have Charon and Meteor just sat inside of A main, just statuesque, not making any sound.
Flipsider's position is going to be key here. At least if Tunnel gets pushed, he's going to be able to react in time, and they're so aware of that. Look at the push and the rotations from RRQ.
Hunter's Fury and Texture tagged down to 5 health. Hunter's Fury not going to be able to find the elimination. The heals have to come through there from Lakia. Can get Texture back up to full HP. Sparrow swinging back around the pyramid, spotting one. Meteor does manage to counteract, however. Neural Theft now going to be slapped down. Cam at the ready, toggles into that one. GEN.G dashing back, throws in a cloud burst. Gets himself moved up over towards the bridge now. Texture breaking things open, finds one in mid. The drop down off the bridge. Meteor finds GEN.G, gets the straight in the door now tapped. They know exactly where Elmimore is. The spike planted. Meteor taking the
Firepower.
Camera taken out.
Close to a couple tools here. Elmimore is creeping forward, but as the util clear comes out, oh, he manages to jump over the top of it. And Meteor spotting this. He's going to swing back into him, and he's not ready for it. In fact, it's going to be Texture. Cannon's able to find the kill. Flipshider now arriving around that corner, but with the stinger in hand, he wouldn't be able to do too much of anything, and Xfaro also has his head taken off. Jumping around, Lakia able to find GEN.G. Will send out a bit of a warning shot there. With 3 players alive, this is a very awkward split here for RRQ. Gate crash, not available.
Flipsider's the only one who's actively looking for picks.
My God.
Yeah. So long, Estrella.
Yep. Outdone by a Guardian. Now the full push. Gen.G feeling comfortable. Just go ahead and rush over towards this B site. Word now being sent over to GEN.G. Can try to make his way, but that Trailblazer is going to deny everything. He doesn't even get the opportunity to fire his weapon. GEN.G with the Guardian. He's got cash. I mean, he could try to save it, but dealing some damage might be what's on his mind. Either way, he'll start making his way back over towards that defender spawn. See if he can find anything.
Yeah, GEN.G's, I think he's been hit or miss this entire second, or actually this entire series. He's gonna get those sick highlights. Then there's kind of like this. Yeah, he sure wins the fight against Munchkin, but takes too much of that damage. Maybe hit more exit frags, but I could be proven wrong.
Not able to get it. Still.
Actually, himself up the operator. Where is he playing at? Oh, halls, but that mid smoke will possibly allow a double door push.
Estrella not really spamming that smoke. We saw Texture doing very much the same thing, but he sends out a couple shots, misses everybody. Now Texture entering, finds Xferro back orange. Kill confirmed. GEN.G with the operator, just trying to make sure that nobody's going to be pushing up halls here. Flip Shutter does have the dimensional drift available. See if it comes into play, but no, Lakia shutting him down, finding the kill. Elmimore caught Texture, finds himself a second. And now they just have to go for the save with the dash forward. They're in such a rough spot. Estrella will be able to peel some pressure. Takes down one, Cloudburst sent. They both just try to peel back over here towards this B site and stay alive, but look at the rotation here from Meteor. He is going to look for this catch. They want to take all these weapons away from RRQ.
Last player standing.
Oof.
That's one more gone.
It's making a lot of noise too on this B side.
Stomping around. I don't think he's ready for this at all. He's just behind the wall and he's looking towards his spawn. Shot goes out.
Okay.
He drops down and Meteor is there to come in front. Snappy shot. Elmimore finding Lakia. Sends out the neural theft. The pings needing to come through. But already he's going to get dropped. Caron able to find the kill. The rest of the team not in a position where they can really try to capitalize. So in the end, it's just going to be the 1-for-1, but information gained for RRQ.
Flips couldn't push through the tripwire. You can see that Texture is aware that someone might just be lurking in that position. And RRQ's so passive in this. Yeah, sure, there's that forward push from Elmimore, but that's about it.
There's a lot of pressure down here on the Flips, who needs to deliver at least a trade to give the team a hope. It's very fast with the shot. Texture this time, not getting the better of him. Gets the kill, pulls back. Dimensional drift still in his pocket should he need it.
Poison orb emitting.
This double stack on double door has to pay off. They were here
30 seconds left.
for the span of like a minute.
Creep forward. Yep, Xferro going to be able to collect the kill. Finds Meteor. And RRQ and thrifty attempt of all things. Look like they're finally going to be able to stop this momentum from Gen.G and get themselves up to 12. But Gen.G still playing to win. The pit comes down, the plant coming in with just 7 seconds to spare. But the dimensional drift, they could use that just to try to identify Munchkin's location.
They're safe than sorry, right? Especially with how the separation for both Munchkin and Karen have been. Karen's actually gone on orange, and yeah, there it is. Activate that drift.
Okay, sends out the decoy. Even though they know that they wouldn't be able to see the Yor. Munchkin finding one. Jim can take it down. They know that he's going to be here.
Oh.
And center pyramid and Munchkin!
Last player standing.
He finds 3! Sparrow solo, the tap on the spike, he gets the headshot! 3 of his own! The defuse comes in, RRQ will move up to map point. Look,
A good case that might not have happened.
Flips spotting Lakia there on the little rope jiggle. Pop flash in, Munchkin, well, he eats the full thing.
Okay.
Some minor disjointedness there. As RRQ very much trying to just shove them away from this site. They're very much wanting this hit to just dissuade them. As Flips holding wide, Lakia is able to open things up here. Hall now broken open. They start creeping forward. It's actually going to be a 4-man push through Hall.
Give me a corpse.
This allows them to avoid the
I
pit
know
and get themselves out onto the site, especially as that neural theft now comes through. The Wizard at the ready, chasing forward. Spots Estrella for a brief little moment. Dart in for the pings here is Meteor out on the bridge, and Estrella unable to stabilize the aim. He puts some damage in, but cannot get the kill. GEN.G holding forward, sees the gun barrel, sees the shot. Hold still for the time being. This is just a back pyramid plant here from Texture. Johnson coming in, an awkward spot there. GEN.G meanwhile back on site, finds one, sends it the Cloudburst. Texture pushes forward before it blooms, finds the kill, gets Xferro around the back. Double doors. This recon dart will get cleared by Meteor. GEN.G over the top, sends out a couple knives. Target not found.
Was a risk though too. That means that they know that he's already used up all of his mobility tools. So they can start to, I think, just compress and fight together in a certain spot here so that they don't risk giving GEN.G any resets.
Now it's a check in here towards A main. Flipshider just flush against the pyramid, staying put. Just trying to see if he can spot anything at all. But RQ, they're not giving up any tells.
Now the ball
comes
gets
down,
it.
gate crash and send. A little bit of spam coming through. Looking for that stun, and Texture pulling his knives, rushing forward, trying to get the chase. Push up into the side of Cage Sparrow. Gets the jump, into to find one, trying to find another, but he cannot make it happen. Oh, Texture, the quick headshot comes in, and Estrella will fall. Elmimore now, last man standing. It's one shot in the Munchkin before getting taken out. G.E.N.G
Surely they start putting more bodies here, which they have. And RRQ's just, or Gen.G's rather, on the other direction on the map.
Start drifting back over now. With no sights on mid, the Poison Orb cutting off Nest Division. Can't be sure if anyone's actually crept all the way forward, so being wary of that for now. Seems like once more, may just end up being this A-site hit coming through as we see Karon Lakia start drifting back over towards that side of the map.
Stereo State has a dart, so he's just checking it. He's just face checking it for now. But probably once we hit like around 40 seconds, they might start to think something's wrong.
Okay, well, objective number 1 achieved. They have noted and figured out where Texture is at. Push out. Sparrow able to collect one on a Meteor. He's pushing over top of that Poison, so does get vulnerable. Kill comes in. Texture burns the dash. Already a bit of a win here for the side of RRQ. Just getting that opening kill. Gen.G now turning the sights over towards B, which needs to be matched here by RRQ because they have completely abandoned it.
There's only a tripwire there too that's holding the position. Nobody's rotated for RRQ. They're so set in their ways that they think it's going to be the A push.
I think they're so worried that somebody had already deep lurked in towards B, playing split away from the rest of the team, not realizing that Gen.G was a full 5-man, getting ready to attack that A site, but now they have to work their way over towards B. Can they do it? Cam now cleared, defensive position set up here. Pretty good overall for the side of Gen.G. They got Karon out in main. The elbow push from Lakia. Swing out, 2 players gonna be spotted. Texture unable to collect the kills on either, but still puts in some good damage. Elmimore leading the charge. Trying to stay elusive. Munchkin the first one to fall. Xparrow swinging around the back of the wall. Texture now taken down. They're looking for the hold. And it all comes down to Lakia, and he can't get it done. G.E.N.G gets himself a 3K as RRQ make it up to 13. Distance here in our opening series. They do not want to go down without a fight.